Welcome, welcome, welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dan Shepard. I'm joined by Minnie Money Mouse.
Hi.
Hi. One of my favorite actors is on today.
Oh, she's so good.
Alia Shawkat. My goodness, I love Alia Shawkat. Alia Shawkat is an actor and an artist. She's an incredible painter, we came to find out.
Yeah, she has a really alluring spirit.
She does. It's really art forward. There's a coolness, there's a confidence, there's a punk rockness. She is in one of my favorite shows, Search Party. But of course, you probably met her and fell in love with her in Arrested Development. She's in The Final Girls, Duck Butter. What a title. Whip It. And then my favorite movie of hers is Cedar Rapids.
Cedar Rapids.
Fuck, is she great, man. She has a new movie. It's out now. It's called Being the Ricardos, of course, about Lucille and Desi. But most importantly, the final season of Search Party is out now on HBO Max. This is one of these super hidden gem comedies.
Yeah.
I don't know how hidden gem it is. I'm just basing that on when I tell people I love it, I'm generally educating them on it.
Right, because it started out on TBS.
Which made no sense, as we discuss forthcoming.
But thank you, TBS.
Yes. God bless you.
Started on TBS, so I think it was harder to find at first.
Right. But now it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yes. HBO Maximus. Okay. Just before this started, we were talking about you don't ask God to protect the whole neighborhood, just yourself.
Okay.
And then you extended the ring out to us, which I thank you for.
You're welcome. My friends and family.
Friends and family. Discount. And we were playing cards last weekend with Huey and his beautiful bride, Hayes. She knew to spades. He had played in the past. And he finally won a hand. He and Kristen were partners.
Uh-huh.
And he thanked the sweet Jesus Lord.
Sure.
I elaborated on his prayer and I said, thank you, dear Lord, for taking out some time of deciding all those football games and basketball games and baseball games and boxing matches to weigh in on this card game. That's what I want to tell you. It has no place in this intro, but there it is.
Yes, it does. Everything does.
Please enjoy Alia Shawkat. We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. You know, I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/Dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax. We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
First of all, let's talk about your footwear.
I love it.
Needs to
Hey,
be
thanks.
addressed immediately. Is that boa?
I wear them all the time.
Python?
It's snake. It's
Yeah,
snake.
it's definitely snake.
I think if all the animals no one really gives a shit about killing, I gotta imagine like if
Yeah.
you polled America, it would be like if you wore rats as shoes, people are like, good, make use of those things. Or if you had like a mosquito handbag, people would be
Yeah,
like,
they would love that.
Yeah.
And snakes is close.
Snakes are smart and beautiful creatures,
Yeah.
but it's also like leather. It's like, we all wear leather.
Yeah, I wear the shit out of it. One can't ride a motorcycle and not wear leather
Right.
virtually. unless
Totally.
One loves road rash. So I feel like, by your estimation, would you agree with this assessment of our acquaintanceship?
Okay, yeah, I'm
Is that
excited.
like, I know of you quite well because we have
Yeah.
a mutual friend we both love.
Yeah, I feel like we used to see each other all the time.
We used to bump into each other.
Yeah.
But never like any rat-a-tat, no chit-chat, really. No like big
Sure.
old one-on-ones, as I
no
recall.
podcasts, if you will.
Certainly never a 2-hour conversation about you.
Recorded. It was like I would come to visit set.
We're
Parenthood.
talking about May.
Yes, May Whitman.
I was trying to lightly foreshadow. Like, so maybe you get curious. Like, maybe the listener right now is like, who is their mutual friend? And right now they're kind of going through the Rolodex.
And we're like,
of who-
Tom Cruise.
Top Cruise, the number one. There's a couple things that I find really intriguing about you. One is a performance-based one, but kind of a mysteriousness. You and I think, are a bit opposite. Like, I'm an approval junkie. So I most certainly was opening the door to you. Like, please come in, I'm going to wow you. And you're like, I'm good, and I don't need to wow you. So that's my kryptonite.
That's so funny. That's the impression of like our interaction before.
In my
Yeah.
head, yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, she's just kind of like a cool customer. She doesn't need the Shepherd show right now.
I think the cool customer was definitely something I worked on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I wouldn't say I was always, like, I'm pretty cool. I mean, the shoes.
I mean,
Yeah, they speak for themselves.
But it's like,
Mustard top, fucking boa boots.
yeah, do you always describe what
actually, yes, it does come up a
clown
lot.
wig, huge hoop earrings?
Yeah, but the other person that gets this is Monica. As you even heard, we weren't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
recording. I came in, and these Jordans are so the colors.
Yeah, do you have lots of Jordans?
Dax is a Jordan collector and has brought me into the fold.
I've infected
It's
her.
a real fold. I did it for a little while.
Oh, you did?
I worked with an AD who was like obsessed, and every day he was like, "Oh, you got the sevens or something,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "What are they?" But I would get like the kids kind,
Yeah.
you know, because my feet, and then they made my feet look really cute.
What size shoe are you?
7.5.
Oh,
Monica's a 5.5.
Oh boy.
I know.
So generally what happens is I go searching for a set and they don't have my size. And then I slide over to 5.5 to see if they have Monty's
then-
size.
right.
They're almost more fun on her than me. Like I can appreciate them on her. Also, she has this beautiful brown skin, which makes
don't look
different
at it.
things
It's very
pop.
ashy right now.
That's because she's washing. That's
want some
another
cream?
debate.
I'm watching a lot.
I always
of-
got cream.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, if you want
Wow.
some.
Do you full
Go
body
for it.
wash?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm
Stop
obsessed with
washing your legs.
moisturizing though. I'm just like hand lotion in the car, face spritz.
Have you ever done one of those Vogue skincare videos?
No.
Look at them. She
Not
is.
trying to judge, but no. I'm not Vogue.
Yes, you are. You're so Vogue.
You know, I'm like real life Vogue, but like in like actuality, I'm so not Vogue.
I just am dying to
She
do a
loves them,
skincare video.
yeah.
What do they do? They're just like, so wake up in the morning.
Yeah, they start off with their green juice, and they're
Sure.
like, I start off in the morning with this just to cleanse, and then I do a squirt, and they show the squirt like to camera.
So the camera's like in the bathroom with
yeah,
them?
it's like in the mirror.
Do you think it's their actual bathroom?
Kristen just did one, and I was coming unglued in the other room because it happened to be in our bathroom. I was overhearing the person that directs these videos, and my wife works with Anna, our friend, who's the nicest human being on planet Earth and a very hard worker. And they were putting her through the ringer about the lighting in the bathroom and the camera angles and everything. And I just kept hearing it. I started yelling weird things. I'm like, "That probably looks pretty good." Like I started getting like protective of Anna.
Is it just because it's like Vogue is just like hard to please?
Well, as
Yeah,
they
and-
should be. Like,
yeah.
I later was like, if you're going to play ball, you got to play ball. So, like, my
Right.
wife said, yeah, she'll do this Vogue thing. I had nothing to do with that, but it was triggering in all these ways. Like,
Yeah.
perfection has to look like this. These are all like my fears.
Yeah, yeah.
She looked so good in it. If she didn't do all that stuff, like
She wouldn't have
compared
looked
to
as
the
good.
other ones, would have been like, what's wrong with Kristen's face and
Routine.
bathroom?
I definitely do some like face care.
Do some serums
I
and
do
stuff.
some stuff. I bought like a full-on Instagram facial, you know those things that get you on the ads, and I was
Sure,
like,
you gotta
yes.
be careful.
Got one, and then it like makes your face like it sounds terrible, but I look like a burn victim. Like it like sucks all the oxygen out of your face and you're just like, and then all these crazy lines. And I was obsessed with it. I just like left it on for so long. I was like, I look so cool. Like I was like so into it.
You need to make one of these.
I know, I
Of
gotta
all
get on
people.
it.
As a child, would you get in front of that mirror and like put Scotch tape on yourself and do weird
Yeah,
stuff?
I would do some of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I used to put on makeup, like my mom's makeup, but I always had freckles. I got more as I got older, but it would always look really weird putting on makeup over freckles.
Was it a bummer for you?
I didn't like them that much when I was younger, but this is all I got. Like it's my thing. They're like, the girl with the freckles. I'm like, that's me. But
Yeah.
I sometimes see photos of people who have as many freckles as I do, or sometimes not even as much. And I'm like, whoa, that's a look. And I'm like, like I catch myself in the mirror. Wait, is that a baby you?
Yeah.
That is
Isn't that the
absolutely adorable.
sweetest
Thank
photo
you.
you've ever seen that's been turned into an oil painting by Rob?
Beautiful.
And you're a painter.
I am a painter.
What kind of painter?
I paint like oils and stuff. I do like really big ones lately. I have a studio.
Well, you said big. What are we talking?
They're like 6 by 8 feet sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's enormous.
Yeah. I used to draw just in like a room in my house and everything was just like so hunched and tiny and really detailed. Now I just like staple up a huge piece of canvas and then I could kind of use my whole body.
This sounds Basquiat-esque.
Yeah, I feel like every painter, they're like, yeah, that's Basquiat. It is.
Yeah. Well, they were huge.
And a lot of like mess and then control.
Yeah.
So that's like what I'm kind of into. Yeah. I'm going to be in like an art fair soon.
Which
February.
art fair?
It's called Spring Break. And it's happening at the same time as Freeze, but it's kind of like a smaller, cooler one.
And isn't your collections called Controlled Chaos?
Control chaos.
AKA a beautiful mess.
Now it is.
Can you imagine? A lot of gals ended up with that tattoo in the 90s.
Beautiful mess.
beautiful mess. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't say it. Don't say
the
it.
motto of this
She's
show
gonna
is
leave.
messiness of being human.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You
Is that
gotta
on the
go.
iTunes outline or whatever?
Listen.
Yeah. We're changing it this year.
We're going with mixed messages.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of Monica Nice kink.
Wait, can you define that though? What does that mean exactly? You like when people are saying mixed messages?
When something appears one way, but is
Beta Meinhof
another
frequency
way.
illusions.
Yes.
Sure.
And then you reveal, oh, it's a completely other thing. Now we're intrigued because now it's novel. We're also obsessed with novel and proprietary.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
These are kind of these are kind of
like
our
this.
obsessions. And this
Okay.
is when I make a case for Monica of how outstandingly beautiful she is, and she always fights back. It's the exact same thing you were just saying about the freckles, which is you see other people's freckles.
I don't even see her freckles.
Okay.
Well, you
Easy.
need, but you have notoriously shitty eyes, though.
Well, I do have bad vision.
See, mixed
but-
messages just happen. Like she doesn't even see them, but also she can't see, so it doesn't mean anything. See how mixed messagey that is?
Messages. Yeah, I like
I think
that.
that's the same message over and over, but yeah.
Okay, so I try to explain to Monica, and she doesn't buy into this, and I'll hit you with it. All we want is novel. I don't want you to look like a 80s Vogue model. I watched the show, and sincerely, I said to Kristen, are these people CGI?
Right.
Like there was a whole cast of people that were impossibly perfect, in quotes, looking, and I was bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
How about Adam Driver? Like when I first saw Adam Driver in Girls, I was like, that's kind of cool that they cast this dude. And by God, 4 episodes in, I'm like, this might be the most attractive guy I've ever seen.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
But it's also like sexuality or like attractiveness is so much more than looking like super symmetrical, I guess.
But do you find yourself attracted to the stereotype of the handsome guy on the cover of Men's I don't even know what the equivalent is.
No, definitely not. It just has a lot more to do with like how somebody carries themselves and their confidence and like that's what's sexy.
I think if you're a model, you're kind of like encumbered by being perfect in a sexual capacity. I'm sure they feel like they have to make this sound and do this and be by the book because they're perfect.
That's what they sold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
That's what they're
advertised
selling.
that.
And that sucks. Like then you
Totally.
can't be you or you can't find what's cool about you or unique about you.
You want someone to have found a lane. I do.
Yeah. I think when you're not trying to fit perfection too, you actually have to make more of an effort. And then if we're actually getting into like actual sex, I feel like sex should be so much more, I don't know why I'm bringing kids into this, but like it's almost like when you're a kid, when you first masturbate for the first time, like it's kind of messy and raw and animal.
Yeah, I'm looking to transcend all self-consciousnness in the experience.
totally,
And
totally.
you want a partner who you think can meet you there or wants to go there with
Yeah,
you.
totally.
What a great detour that was.
So fun.
Delish. Riverside, California. You were born there. You were raised in Palm Springs. You have to tell me what a childhood in Palm Springs is like.
Palm Springs is a really trippy place because it's like the class system is super present there. It's like really old, super wealthy people. Some of the wealthiest in the world have homes in like Indian Wells. Lots of old movie stars like in the 50s. That's kind of what ended up bringing my family there. Was my grandfather was an actor. He had a weekend home there.
Emmy-nominated actor.
He was the male lead in Valley of the Dolls.
Wow.
Yeah. He ended up retiring there. And then when my parents met in LA, they decided to start a business there because it was like not a lot of people were living there anymore. And it was just like cheaper in the 80s and stuff.
It's a huge boom and bust city.
Yeah, totally.
It's like super dependent on LA's kind of whatever they're doing, right?
Totally. So now it's like hot again when it wasn't my whole childhood. It was just very empty, especially in the summer. It's like movie theaters would be practically abandoned. You'd buy one ticket and we'd just stay in there for hours because of the AC and we'd just smoke pot in the front seat
Oh, wonderful.
of the theaters and just be like, should we go watch Walk the Line again? I'm like,
Oh my
literally.
God, Walk the Line is a childhood movie for me.
I know, not
That's-
childhood, teenage.
Okay.
Teenage.
I think I was 51 when I saw that.
But yeah, it was just kind of like there's nothing to do but to kind of get high.
So I always would go there to write. Like if I had something to do, I would go there. And I'd write all day and then I'd fart around the town. I'd be by myself and bored. And then I'd go to like chain restaurants, which I love. So as I would chat with staff members of these restaurants and stuff, I'm just really trying to get the vibe of it. And what my conclusion was like, it reminds me of Florida a bit. So you have this huge group of elderly people in Florida, and then you have all these kids that got sent to live with grandma and grandpa because the parents were so fucked up. It reminded me of that. There's like this drug use off the charts. I'm like looking at people and I'm spotting all these things. And I'm like, oh, there's a real undercurrent to this place.
Totally. And it has this definitely darker side to it. And then like an old lady in a Bentley, and you're just like, what is the balance?
Yes.
And it's like her grandson who just like sold me something. And also in high school, I went to like a nice private school. My family was very like homemade dinner every night, very homey. But a lot of my friends were like public school, like getting in trouble, and I like to hang out with them. So I kind of got to see both sides, or like punk shows we'd go to, or friends of theirs that like just lived in a park. And I was like, okay, you just live here? Like you're 15 and just getting high, or like kids doing meth. And I never, thank God, did that. But there was a period where I was just like, I want to try it out. Like I want to be self-destructive.
Yeah.
But I just ended up being like a pothead who did like bad MDMA a couple times, you know? But it had this very, like fuck all kind of vibe. Looking back, it's kind of romantic.
Yes.
Also, I was acting since I was 9. So I would have this kind of dual life where I'd like come to LA and have this very kind of productive life where people are looking at me at a young age being like, you're special and we like you, and felt so fun. And then half the year, or when I wasn't working, I was like back in this desert.
Where you had no social capital.
Yeah, and I just had a couple good friends. It was a nice child. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was very like, my mind just was like, I wanted to
switchy.
go back. Yeah, super code switchy. Some of the coolest people I've ever met are from the desert.
Yeah.
It breeds like an interesting kind of person.
Well, also the environment, although appealing for a weekend vacation, it's a hostile environment.
Sometimes 120 degrees.
Yeah. Is your father Chaldean?
No, he's Iraqi. So he's from Baghdad. But I don't think he's Chaldean. No, I'm like, I should
Was
know
he
that.
Christian?
Muslim.
So the Christian Iraqis are Chaldeans.
Right,
And in
right.
Michigan, we have an enormous population of
I've
Chaldeans.
shot a bunch of movies like near Detroit. I fucking love Detroit so much. Yeah, it has one of the biggest populations like outside of Iraq.
Yeah. It's the biggest population and highest concentration. Yeah. Okay, so he's not Chaldean. I got really excited that maybe I would have been the first person you met in LA that knew what your
That knew
father
what that
was.
word,
Yeah.
yeah.
What aspect of childhood did that bring to it? Because Monica's father's from India.
Is your mom Indian too? Mm-hmm. So my mom was born and raised in LA and New York because her dad was the actor. I was never any religion, but culturally we were everything.
She's like French and Norwegian or something wild.
Yeah, she's Norwegian, Irish, and Sicilian. Her whole family is like from New Orleans, like we're super rich family there too, who weirdly also owned nightclubs because that's what my parents do. They own a strip club.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
How could that not
It
have been?
almost never came out.
How come that's not
so
in the
funny.
fucking
Yeah.
research? I love your parents now so
Yeah, they're really
much.
rad. I'm trying to write something about it right now, actually.
Yeah, you got to.
Were you in and out of the establishment ever?
My dad was so strict. He was just like, you have to be 21. Whereas my brothers, I know, popped in there before they were 21. Sometimes I'd see the dancers. They used to have like a little lingerie store next door in the little shopping center, and they'd pop in. It's like I was very much around it, but it wasn't until I was literally 21. I took my friend who was a gay guy, and of course he was bored. He was like playing pool the whole time. It was like the first time I actually was like in there when it was open. And there was this moment where I was talking to my dad, and he was like talking to me about my schedule. He was just like, so you fly to New York on Friday? And then this girl comes over and she asks about her schedule. And she was like younger than me and like really hot in like a string bikini, you know? And she was just like, so my schedule. And he was like, yeah, Friday. But anyway, and then he goes back and starts talking to me about my schedule. My whole life had weirdly cracked open, and I was like, is this how I am?
Sure, that's a big clue. When you tell your therapist that story, they pull out their notebook.
Right.
Oh, for
They're like,
sure.
oh shit, I
And
have
they're
some
like, here we go.
details are
We got
coming
some
again.
references.
I mean, that had to affect your perception of sexuality.
Yeah. I think a big part of it was this idea of like, I'm cool. I have sex like a dude. You know, that whole
Yeah.
persona of confident girls when they're young being like, I don't give a shit. You know, like I used to brag about it when I was even younger. I was like, my dad owns the strip club. And like, I didn't even know what that meant. And they were too young. They were like 14. Like, what? They're not going to go to the club.
Well, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like it's punk rock.
Totally. But again, then my dad coached our soccer team. Like he was so present as a dad, and that was like the biggest priority. But what was funny is because he was Muslim and came from like such a different culture, and then landed in Hollywood where he met my mom, and then that's the only business that they knew. He was a bar back. My mom was a waitress at the Body Shop on Sunset.
Back up for
Yeah.
pause for half a
Wow,
second.
this-
So
I'm riveted.
not to psychoanalyze mom, but dad is
Yeah.
an Emmy-nominated actor with some public forward-facing
dad, yeah.
Her father.
persona, her father.
Yeah.
And then she grabs a job over at a strip club. There's a lot there. I'm pulling out my notepad for that little wrinkle.
She went to law school, dropped out, and was like, this isn't for me. She was raised like a princess. His career was shit, so he didn't really have money by the time she was out of college. And she was raised like this princess who was like super well educated, like, where's my, what happened?
Where's my trust fund?
Yeah, exactly. She talks about their romance. It was very like, my dad barely spoke English, but he had such a strong spirit and was like, I will succeed. Came with like no money in his pocket. And my mom was used to hanging around a very different kind of people. So when she met him, she was like, oh, this isn't the guy I'm going to marry, but I'll kind of teach you. I'll take you under my wing kind of vibe. And he was like in love with her right away. And they have a really beautiful balance because they're very yin and yang, like my dad's strengths or my mom's weaknesses and vice versa.
Do you think your mom was drawn to that world because it was like in opposition to what she was supposed to do?
The way she talks about it is that like he was kind of like a spiritual guide for her, even if that sounds strange. Like he weirdly taught her the importance of things. My dad's like a very honest, good person. So yeah, it was so different from the world of superficiality and some fame. Like she was very triggered by fame because it kind of messed up her family when she was young. By the time it came back around where all of a sudden she has a kid who wants to be in it, she was very like, Hollywood's the devil.
Your kids are going to end up owning a strip club in the desert if you pursue this.
It's cool now thinking back on them meeting as they were young. I'm like, so rad.
She had to be attracted by the uniqueness and the novelty of him.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a very positive. Sometimes in like the Hollywood of it all, whatever, there can be a very strong negativity, a pull of like comparing yourself to others and not being valuable. And my dad was like, we're here. We're alive. Let's make stuff. Very
Yeah.
positive person.
Well, he had just crossed the world to do something.
Yeah. And it was a struggle to get here.
Okay, now here's where we're going to transition very softly
Yeah.
into an area that you're going to hate, which is I'm going to tell you how much I like your acting. I find myself pretty judgmental of performers who I can tell have never been anything but performers.
The difference of like life experience versus
Yes.
just experiencing like showing off.
When I watch you, I can feel that. Like I feel that
you.
a
That's so nice.
part of your life is acting. I don't even feel like it's the most significant part of your life.
Yes.
Or
thank God.
identity, maybe is a better way to say it.
I definitely don't connect to it being my main identity. I do really love doing it, but the actual period of time of actual acting compared to all the other stuff to get there, they kind of like outweigh. So when you say you're like an actor, it's like you have to really love all the other stuff. And like I haven't been on set in a minute. I did like 2 jobs this summer and they both came out. So I was promoting it, but I haven't actually been on set, which is my actual work. It's like
Right.
showing up in the morning, getting ready.
Learning most of your lines.
Yeah, the majority of it. Ideally taking a poop in the morning. Probably not.
Which will dictate how good you are the rest of the day.
Literally. Oh my God, it haunts me. But then like putting on the clothes and like the whole thing, and like really feeling it in my body and stuff and trying to create an authentic moment. It brings me a lot of like tension and like stress, and it's like never enough, and
Tightness.
very tight in my body, and emotionally I'm like always on the edge because I feel like that's the place I get to when I'm doing a job. It's exhausting.
I agree with you. For me, I've got to like step over all these things to do it.
It kind of messes with your psyche a little bit after a while. I just noticed when I was younger, I was like, a job's a job. I'm like, I get a job, I do it. And now I'm like, I don't need all the money in the world. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I'm okay right now, thank God. And I just am like, I don't want to do stuff unless I'm like, oh, I actually need to express this in my body. And I really think I would be helpful to this story. Like, I think it actually is important to make. But those are sometimes few and far between because it does feel like if I'm not doing other stuff, I'm like, what am I pulling from? I have no energy. If I go job to job and I'm just like on another set, which a lot of people I know do, and I just couldn't. I'm like so tapped after I do a job. I'm like,
Yeah, you don't have the endurance for that.
I don't have it as much as I used to. And also the show Search Party that I love making, you know, we did 5 years of it and we just finished it. And I love it so much, but it is such an endurance thing. And then I had a moment where I started to learn where I'm like, I don't have to do that to get the best performance. I don't think. I don't have to like destroy myself because it's not sustainable.
That's also a confidence thing.
Yeah. Trusting that you can do it without it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I got to do a movie with Robert Duvall and Robert Downey was also in it. Two actors who I can't imagine being as good as. And watching how they did it, there was none of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't grinding. They had patience. They had their own pace. And then I'm standing next to other actors that have like, they've been working on this role for 6 months. They're living in character.
Yeah.
And they're all great. Everyone's great in the movie. But I just was like, I'm more attracted to that version.
Totally.
Where it's like, I just show up and like, I let things happen.
Yeah, like a flow, like a river more. Like I want to get like where I'm comfortable with it. And then in order to do that, I need to have a full life outside of it where it's like, I don't like feel better just because I know I have a job. That used to be a big thing when I was younger. I was like, I'm not working. Who am I? And like, I would just like fall apart. And I was just like, I can't keep doing this to myself. Like my whole confidence is whether I'm like, I get a guest spot on JAG or something, you know? I was like,
First
this
job,
is
by the way,
insane. Yeah.
99. Good job. 11 years old.
Yeah,
Jag.
I was already there at 11, yeah.
I have a question about that because we just interviewed David Arquette.
Oh, yeah.
And he talks a lot about that like group in the 90s, like Leo DiCaprio and him, and you know that movie Kid 90.
Soleil Moon Fry's
Yes.
home
Yes.
videos of that whole time.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And you see all these like people and it's so specific, the vibe and the energy. And I feel like there's a similar group of your age. Did you guys have a crew?
We definitely had a crew. I mean, with May, we had a crew. I mean,
Your first series regular was with May on a show called State of Grace, right?
yes,
Yeah.
which was like a Wonder Years for girls. Such a good show.
Two
We're trying to
seasons?
get it out. Yeah, it was like 2.5 seasons back when they would be like, "Did you get the pickup or whatever?"
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
Get a half
TV's
order or whatever.
changed so much. Yeah, but it's such a good show. It's like in the 60s, so we were like 13 years old, dressed up in 60s clothes, and just like it's like an adventure, like two best friends. It's really like wholesome, well-written show. And then Frances McDormand was like my Daniel Stern, you know, like did the voiceover of me.
Oh.
And I'm
well,
Jewish,
I didn't know
and
that
I
was
meet her.
Daniel Stern that narrated Wonder Years.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Daniel
Either
Stern.
did I, but
I don't
put
even know who Daniel
Yeah,
Stern
you
is.
figured it out.
Well, I did too. Context
Yeah.
clues.
Yeah,
Yeah, Come on now.
You did. I know.
I was just slower to it.
But yeah, there was a
What?
crew.
Oh, yeah, the crew.
And what was
Yeah.
the vibe of that?
Sarah
crew?
Ramos, I mean,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
our friend Landon Pig.
Oh, love Landon Pig.
That crew, we used to hang out like every day. But I still trip out. I mean, Michael Angarano. I think I trip out on it now because now I'm like 32 and I know so many people that I've known for like a minute now. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not just like, we're all just here, we're all meeting at the party. I was like, I knew you and you were like 21 years old. And now this other generation that's actually in the early 20s, I'm like, what are you? Like, you're a
Yeah.
whole other life form to me. But yeah, that crew, I mean, we used to hang out all the time. I used to live in Silver Lake in this little apartment. And it just felt like the early 20s time. We just like hang out every day. And you're like
Watching
every
shit.
meal.
Yeah,
Watching like
yeah.
Saved by the Bell, getting stoned,
Yeah.
going in the roof. And it was just like the most fun ever. And all
Fucking
we
like a
do
dude
was,
occasionally.
yeah, I got a lot of that. Me coming home like the next day and being like, guess who I
Are you at all a trophy hunter? I'm embarrassed to say I have been in the past.
A trophy hunter? Like,
Yeah, like-
sexually?
Yeah, like Like if someone I had evaluated as having way more status than me,
Right. Like to
I
have
was
sex with them?
attracted to that.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Okay,
definitely
okay.
did
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
No, I was definitely like the person at brunch. Like I was the Samantha, if you will, which I really had to like get out of. I was like, I can't be Samantha forever. Neither could Samantha, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She had to get out.
She had to quit the game.
She had to quit the game.
Okay, now to continue on the path of flattering you in a way you'll hate.
I like it.
Okay, good. So one thing is the authenticity. That's a thing I'm attracted to. The other thing is, and I think I got to tell you this actually, when I saw Cedar Rapids,
Yeah.
because I had seen Arrested Development, and that's a very specific thing you have to do on that show. Admittedly, I was watching it because I just did a movie with Arnett. So I'm like, I'm trying to find out who Arnett is. That's why I'm watching it, because I hadn't seen it. And of course, it's fucking brilliant. But I'm probably focusing on him and then Bateman, who I kind of look up to. You're maybe below my radar at that point because I'm just looking at these people I want to
Kid
be
truth.
like. Yeah, actually, thank God I wasn't observing you all that much. I just wasn't. But then in Cedar Rapids, you do a thing that is very hard for me to do. You have a pacing that I also love in certain comedians, which is to have the confidence to live in the awkwardness before you relieve everyone with the joke. And that is something I really admire in great stand-ups, is like that confidence and calmness and pace.
It's very comforting as an observer because you're like, they're so confident. They got me.
Exactly. You're never afraid. That's exactly it.
I feel that way with good actors when I'm like, oh, they're on screen. Like, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, we're good. Mickey Rourke is here.
Yeah. Or like, he's going to make it something no matter what. They're not breaking the third wall. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm lost in it for a minute.
So I think you have that. The reason I think it's bold as an actor is we're in a business of getting noticed and of being flashy. I don't find you to ever be trying to be flashy. And then the reward of that is when you give us something, you've created your own world of believability for me. And now when you give it to me, it's that much more impactful. So like Search Party, I became obsessed with Search Party when I started watching. Did May tell you the text I sent her?
No.
I asked her permission to read it, but maybe I'll do it at the end. Chris and I started binging it. And right out of the gates, I'm like, well, this is a show built around you. You had to be the first person cast. You probably helped develop it. You're probably very instrumental in the direction it goes. And you're the least shiny part of the show.
Right.
Initially, it's like your friend is fucking brilliant, the gay kid who
John Early? Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Unbelievable.
off the charts. Your boyfriend is incredible.
John Reynolds, Meredith Hagner, this genius who plays Portia.
Yeah, so I see this group and I'm like, this is someone very confident because you're letting everyone shine. You're mostly setting people up or reacting to them. But then as the chaos ensues, now you start coming out and shining. And I'm like, oh, she earned the fuck out of all this. Like, I'm
Thank
here
you.
for all this.
Yeah. I have to give a lot of credit to the writing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the dolly operator.
I'm like, this guy, Jeff, he's just him and I. But you know what? Yeah, great Dolly on our show, great crew. But yeah, the writing of that character was really, I was the first person cast. I have been very involved on the show for a long time. But tonally, they really created a character that was like, you would think I'm just the straight man.
Yes.
Or like, I'm playing it just like this subtle, like, I'm a wallflower and I'm just reactive and very natural, which was kind of my wheelhouse at the time. But it also felt funny because when we were first making it, I was like, are we on two different shows here? And we all felt that way. Like, John Early was like, we're really playing very different tones. And yet we're still listening. Like, the scenes weren't awkward to shoot. They were funny. And it created something unique.
A rule I try to adhere to in screenwriting is like, you have two options. Either the world can be heightened and the characters can be real, or the characters can be heightened, but the world better be real. Like, you're what allows all those jokes for me to work, because they would be annoying to me if the whole world was heightened and everything was loud.
Right.
Because you're actually the world. Now the characters can be heightened.
Right. And then it gets to kind of switch, especially with this last season, where
You flip the fucking script?
enlightened kind of like guru. And all of a sudden, I have more confidence. I'm just a little more like reaching out to that world, you know?
Yeah.
And it was really fun to play. When I think of Dory, I'm like, all I'm doing is just this, like thinking, like furrowing my brows, just like, what's going on? You know, everything's just like, blah, 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 blah. And then this final season, I got to be like, yeah. Because it is funny. A lot of friends of mine are like, my partner's like, you're so goofy in real life, which I like to think I am. But on camera, I'm so composed sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'd ideally like to play something a lot goofier in the future that's always keeping it real, obviously, but to play out a little more, because I do, as a performer, I try and strip it down of everything. So it just is like this core version. But sometimes that's a tame Because like in life, you could be goofy and expressive. You don't think about it, obviously, because it's not selling a story.
Also, and this likely isn't the case for you, but it is for me, which is Nicolas Cage was my favorite performer when I was a kid, like just obsessed with him.
He's amazing.
And I read every interview he was in, and he had this great interview while promoting Face Off, which is, it was not until he did Face Off and he saw Travolta do an impersonation of him that he realized he had any uniqueness.
Right, that he
And
has
I
like
was
a thing.
What are you talking about? How could you not? And so that is the first time he realized he was enough.
Right.
And then if you look at his work retrospectively, you can see someone who didn't really think they were enough, which created all these incredible performances that I love.
Yeah.
I found myself going on that same ride where it's like it took me 18 years of doing it before I could just go like, I'm totally enough.
That's why I feel like some people who've never acted before sometimes give the best performances because
They don't even know how to do a character.
they don't even know. They're like, I'm not putting anything in it. If they have a good director and they get really comfortable.
Or kids, they can't overthink it.
Exactly. And they're just showing their pure self. And if you have a director that allows them to feel comfortable and you capture it, that's what's more disarming. It's like everyone's unique and special and has this like thing you want to see inside. But that's why like actors, quote unquote, can be really bad because if you could catch somebody acting,
Yeah.
you're like, I do love actors like Nicolas Cage or people who I always think of Alan Cumming for some reason, who's like such a great
so
actor. And you're like,
spectacular.
he was like in Spy Kids and then he can do something really serious and be like, do Cabaret, like all these really big. And yet it's still always has the connection in the middle.
Kate Blanchett too.
Yeah. She could be so big.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, this is overacting, but it's not.
Never is. There's something in her eye that's like, this makes sense to me.
I'm going to give Cooper that same compliment. It's like pretty radical, different characters in everything, yet running it through at least one part of himself so that it's always...
Yeah. And that's the technique, I think. So like try to be authentic, but then if you can build that takes work.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
This episode is brought to you by the new Max original comedy series, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. From the world and creators of The Big Bang Theory comes a new comedy series. Stuart Bloom, comic book store owner and lovable underdog, accidentally breaks a device built by Sheldon and Leonard and kicks off a full-blown multiverse Armageddon. Now, he's on a mission to put reality back together alongside his girlfriend Denise, a geologist named Bert, and physicist Barry Kripke. Along the way, they're running into alternate universe versions of characters you already know and love. Check out the new Max original comedy series, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, now streaming exclusively on HBO Max with new episodes Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Subscription required. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We've talked before about Rob building our website on Squarespace, and I bring it up again because it's a perfect example of what they do well. Rob had all the pieces, the content, the vision, the ideas, but he needed something to actually take all that and make it public facing. And Squarespace was that bridge. Maybe you're in the same spot. You've been developing something, a business, a skill set, a body of work, and it's been private. It's been yours, but at some point you're ready to put it out there, and that transition from private to public can feel like a huge leap. Squarespace makes it feel like a step. Beautiful templates, built-in SEO, email campaigns, scheduling, analytics, everything you need to go from I've been working on this to here it is, come find me. All in one place, no code, no stitching together a bunch of different tools. So if you've been sitting on something and waiting for the right moment, this might be it. Head to squarespace.com/DAX for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DAX to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. And it's lightweight, portable, and packed with enough processing power to make multitasking a breeze. So say goodbye to distractions and hello to more free time because you finished your work faster. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and more must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You've heard us talk about BetterHelp for a while, but I don't know that we've ever talked about how much people love this service when they use it. BetterHelp has an average live therapy session rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client session reviews. And you can check out the reviews yourself at betterhelp.com/reviews to see how much they love BetterHelp. Knowing that kind of service feedback from real people speaks for itself. I'm a huge proponent of therapy, as we've talked about before. I've learned so many things about myself that I believe truly only an outside, objective person could help me come to. BetterHelp makes it easy to get started. Answer a few questions, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, and switch therapists at any time if it's not the right fit. See the reviews, see what stands out, and see if BetterHelp is right for you. Visit betterhelp.com/Dax. That's betterhelp.com/Dax. My very favorite moment of Search Party is when you finally hook up with that older dude.
Ron Livingston?
Yes.
First
Ron
season.
Livingston. Yes. And so it's like, there's a moment post-coital, like,
Yeah.
Alia's all in, right? This guy seems to be like, have a whole thing going, and maybe it's going to be an exciting life. I can
He's
even
like
remember.
a sleuth.
Yeah, Private Eye.
Sriracha bottles everywhere. I remember I loved the set design. I was like, why is this so messy? And they're like, yeah, we just wanted it to be like really gross in here.
So you can see it's kind of like the moment where it's like a love addict. Like they've built up an entirely fake persona for somebody.
Yeah.
And then post-coital, all of a sudden, like the glasses go on and you're like, oh, wow, this guy lives in a shithole, one-bedroom apartment. And now he's super needy as fuck. I wish I could remember. He has one line right out of the gates where you're like, oh, fuck, now, okay, she's seeing exactly who he is.
He has like a tattoo or something. It's like a rabbit with sunglasses on. I don't know. It's like something. I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, I'd tell you what it means, but it's a secret. And I'm like, oh boy. And then he's like, man, I feel so alive. And he like gets up and he starts doing like push-ups or something. And I'm like, oh God, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, God, was that fantastic. And Livingston's a perfect person
So
to play that.
good.
Oh, my God. Yeah, because he's so handsome, yet he'll allow himself to be so dorky.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
He was brilliant.
Okay, this is something I observe with May quite often, and I would have had a meltdown on set, which is we're on Parenthood. She's got the most seniority there. Like literally, if you do the math, she's been working since 3.
Yeah.
So that puts her at like 19 years on sets. And Peter, Lauren, and I don't think have 19 years. Craig T. Nelson does. That's it. Her and
Right.
Craig T. Which is probably why their scenes were the most magical. But they're treating her like a 20-year-old girl. And I just kept thinking, this has to be maddening. And I wonder if you had that as well along the way.
Definitely. It's gotten a lot better.
Well, but you've gotten older.
I've gotten older, and also it's kind of like when you work with people of your, not just age group, but of your like similar sensibilities. Yeah, there's like a mutual respect. You know, like on Search Party, it was always so like valued. I was talking to my mom the other day. She's like counting the years, which she loves to do. And she was like, you've been doing this almost 25 years. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, time for me to quit while I'm ahead. But you know, it's definitely happened on sets for sure. I mean, even recently I got in a fight with like a, second AD or whatever. Yeah. And this guy was like my age, a little older, but he was acting like he fucking knew what he was doing and he just wasn't doing his job. And I wasn't being rude, but we got in like a whole thing and I almost got like canceled. You know, it was like this whole thing where I was like, I'm not allowed to say, dude, no, you're fucking up. I know. It's like the back of my hand, this kind of shit. And it was very like, I have to be delicate to talking to blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
yeah, you're in a position
obviously
of power.
Be respectful of people on set. I always am. But anyways, I mean, I'm still heated about it, obviously.
Well, probably because the undercurrent is like, if I had said it, no issue.
Damn straight.
I'm a strong man with boundaries, and you were
like,
a bitch.
I'm the producer and the star of this show, and you're acting like you know what you're doing.
Right.
And I respect if you're doing your job right, but when you have no time, it's very stressful on sets, and that does happen sometimes. But it also, it was a learning lesson for me because I was really frustrated with this person and I thought they were failing in the moment and I was trying to fix it. And I had a moment where I was like, you know what? It isn't my job to fix that. I need to talk to another producer and be like, see what's happening there? let's not have that happen again tomorrow because we
Yeah.
were losing time instead of emotionally getting drawn into it where I was just like, must fix now because I do get a little like, I know how to do everything and no one's listening to me.
Once you trigger mine and Monica's sense of justice, like everyone
Yes.
watch out. Like as soon as I think I have a just cause,
Yes.
pretty much nuclear options on the table.
Totally. I'm like that too. On a set, honestly, only on a set. It's not about your feelings right now. You know, I'm a little that guy. I'm like, it's about getting the shot.
It's a job.
It's a job. Yeah, we're working here. It's like everyone's obviously very sensitive and we have to be respectful on sets and stuff. But I've seen people be so messy on sets and so disrespectful on sets. And I don't support that. But it's funny when they think, I'm like, all I'm trying to do is get this shot. I thought that's what you cared about.
For me personally, I'm not going to speak for you, but the job in itself is scary. You're going to be vulnerable. You have the only job on set that the whole crew's going to watch you fail at 7 times.
Right.
We don't ever see someone lay dolly track incorrectly 7 times while everyone stares.
We're all watching and go, quiet, quiet, everybody
Yes,
quiet.
and we know we're not going to lunch because that person isn't laying the dolly track.
Right.
For me, I have a certain fear on a set. And so basically, I want everyone else to do the thing so that we can do the scary thing safely.
For sure. I wish I hadn't gotten so upset, you know, but I do get the defensive kind of like, because I'm a woman, you think that I can like blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's what I was going to then follow up the age thing, I imagine, compounded by the female aspect. But you've also been on like almost solely dude casts. And then you find yourself like in a more female-driven world on Search Party. And then also you do this movie, Being the Ricardos, which is telling the story of obviously like probably the first female mogul in Hollywood who owned her show and stuff.
Totally.
So when you find yourself in those worlds, what are the pros and cons of that?
I mean, kind of growing up on Arrested Development was like very male, very male energy. Me and Michael talk about it, like sharpened our sensibility of our humor. I think without us even being aware, like being at table reads, not fully getting jokes, being like, we'll get it on the day. We'll figure it out. We're like 14. We're like, I guess it's funny. Like these innuendos about me sitting on his lap. I was like, I know it's something sexual, I guess.
Well, how about when you say something and everyone laughs, but you don't know why they laughed?
That happened a lot. But I mean, that show it did really sharpen me and shape me so much. But looking back, I always felt like I was never funny enough.
Loud enough, big enough.
And it was always like, hi, Alia, you know, like high pitched voice. And I was like, well, you were all joking around 5 minutes ago. And then I walked up and everybody got like, no, the little
Were you guys
girl's
talking
here.
about nipple clamps and fucking amyl nitrate? My folks own a strip club.
Yeah, I was like, I'm up for this shit. And also, if you think about it at that time, I had already been doing it for so long. So it's like, you know, all those things kind of play into it. Whereas like, definitely when you're on more female-driven sets, but also just like-minded sets where it's like all different kinds of people. Like, I mean, being the Ricardos was an amazing experience, but it kind of reminded me more of like Arrested Development. Because it's like Aaron Sorkin, and I'm just like, okay, here I am. I just quietly sit here, and when it gets to me, I'll say my line. And it was so different. I was like, I went to Search Party right afterwards, and I was like, so different, where we're all just more like, just really chewing up
Loose.
the scenery and loose. Exactly, which is, I'm like, that's how I work best. And doing a movie that was that big with all these big movie stars was like super cool for me. It was like a challenge, but I definitely wasn't loose.
Right.
It's not like, let's try some stuff, Aaron, huh? You know.
So this line here, wouldn't it be funnier if I flipped?
What do you think about me improvising?
I wrote a little something.
Did Arrested Development enhance this cool guy thing?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it had to have, like being
100%.
around all those guys. And
Yeah, and literally that would happen. You know, they were very sweet to me, but they'd even tease Michael and then not me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's because I'm a girl. And like, it's so
Yeah.
unfair because I'm funny. And I had a tough skin. And I had brothers. So I was very like tomboy, trying to be cool. Like, I don't care. But inside I was like, please like me.
I fucked my sister up that way too. My younger sister. It's like you end up modeling a dude.
Yeah. Strength comes with masculinity. And femininity seems like weakness when you're young. You know? So
For
it's-
all of us.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
how we're
killing
trained.
us.
I know, it's killing everybody. It's like the mother's actually strong, but she's being
And
weak
the
for the
dad is
dad.
like, can never be weak and is
Yeah.
dying inside.
Exactly. He can never cry.
No.
And he's always leaving the house, and you're like, the outside world's better, I guess. Escape home.
He's safer out there without the emotions.
Totally. No, that's such a good call. Because I look back on, like, not recently, but a while ago, I was like looking back at diaries I had from when I was at that time, and I was so not sad, but I was so desperate for their approval.
Yeah.
Which is like so funny because, now I'm like, I don't give a shit. But I'm like, at that time, I really was like, I have a scene tomorrow. I really hope they think I'm funny.
Yeah.
And it was such a like smart guy crew.
Yeah.
Like the top comedians, like when you're around, like Will and Jason, all them, they would just like joke on set, off set.
And I'll give Arnett this compliment, which is there isn't a funnier person on a set.
Their bidding in between is like insane.
He's a world-class bidder.
And then being 15 around that and being like, do I look fat in this outfit? My boobs were growing in and like all my sweaters would like tug right here. And I was just obsessively like,
The tugger?
yeah,
Do you
I
watch
was a huge tugger.
I Think You Should Leave
Oh,
Now?
yeah.
Do you remember the tummy
Yeah.
tugger? And it's a handle on shirts for guys who always tug their shirts away from their belly. It's so fucking good.
You want to read your text from May?
Yeah. I want you to know that I have to preface this by saying this text was written while laying next to my wife, okay? So just know that. Like, you're safe, okay? But I voice dictated this text to May. And I call her BB, and she calls me Dee Dee. So I said, BB, please don't let this arouse any jealousy in your heart, as you know you have always been my number one fantasy wife. But I'm watching Search Party, and I'm developing a carnal craving to make out with your friend. Can she and I do a short together or something about kissing or a Kay's Jeweler commercial? Listen to this fucking response from May.
Oh my God. May's one of the best texters out
There's
there,
none
by
better.
the way.
There's none better. She writes, I cannot argue with these notions. Alia is quite the woman, notoriously sensual. Men die at her feet. Although, Dee Dee will have to strap on his thickest socks to fill the shoes of thou who comest before.
Damn it. That's amazing. Whoa. Wow. She's too good at texting.
I know. I feel like that should be in the Smithsonian, that response.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, our
Jeez.
back and forth. I'm like, we should print this. So I was like, this is some sharp writing right here.
Yeah, she got Shakespearean on me there for
Yeah.
a minute. I was
Wow.
just pulling in themes and...
So good.
Well, anyways, I wanted to read you that text because that
glad
happened
you
in
did.
January of 2020. So
Nice.
that's when we were
good
really
time.
railing through. And so the 5th season of Search Party is out currently, yes?
Yes.
HBO Max.
HBO
It's
Max.
a TBS show, which that's incongruous.
Yeah.
Mixed messages.
Mixed
That's
messages.
mixed messages.
That's a
There we
major
go.
mixed message that
Totally.
Search Party's on TBS.
No,
but it makes it
TBS,
more
yeah.
interesting to me.
God bless TBS.
Yes.
I love them. First 2 seasons were on TBS. And then what happened was the show wasn't on air for 2 years because they were like, we're transitioning. HBO Max is going to be this new thing. And I was like, HBO Max? What a name. I was
Yeah.
like, no one's going to watch this. And I was like, I watch HBO Max all the time.
Almost exclusively.
Yeah.
yeah.
And now like everything is streamers. Everything's just changed so much with television. It's like if you're not
Yeah.
a streamer, like what are you, I guess?
No one even has cable anymore.
Exactly. I remember Arrested was like on Fox. We go to these like Fox parties and you think about it, it's like the 1920s, just like money, just like pouring everywhere. Remember all the events?
Upfronts. I tried to explain to the listeners what Upfronts is.
Upfronts does suck. But like it's crazy when you look back. It was like Wolf Blitzer with a drone, I'm like, is this actually happening? I was like, I'm having like an acid trip. But like the amount of money and indulgence of stuff back then
Yes.
around TV. They'd just be like, it's a holiday party. I was like, it's July. They're like, whatever.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And now I'm like, we don't even get like anything. They were like, you're going to do a Zoom.
Good. Thank God.
And they would just invite all the actors. I mean, me and Michael were really young at that time. And we would just be sitting in the corner with cranberry juice. Mine with
Kitty
ice,
cocktails.
him without. Yeah. Literally, that was our drink.
His
We were
was
just like-
neat.
Yeah, his was neat, literally. We'd always make a joke. We would just like do pranks onto like the OC cast was around a lot at that time.
sure.
It was like, I dare you to go up to so-and-so. Because it was just like the weirdest celebrities and people. And they would happen all the goddamn time.
And some very weird cross-pollination would always be happening because the network would always have some Hail Mary pass that would involve like a football player's got a show
Totally,
or this
totally.
senator's now got a show. So that
Yeah.
would be in the mix too.
Yeah, very strange. But yeah, HBO Max.
Yeah.
We love it. We love it now, whatever it is.
We love it. I've complained in the past about their sign-in mix. I feel like they make me sign in over and over again more than the other ones.
They do.
And I do think they're maybe the best streamer from my estimation. Them and Netflix.
I watch them the most, weirdly.
Yes.
Not just because Search Party's on it.
And that's why like it hits that much harder because I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys have the Cadillac, so let's just make this thing very easy to sign into.
Yeah. I was watching when I had COVID a little while ago.
Oh,
I
congratulations.
was like, thank you.
Which variant?
I think it was the new one.
Oh, good.
Nice and
Good,
fresh.
good.
But I watched all the old Sex in the City again from the beginning.
so great.
It was so fun. But it did sign me in every like third episode. And I felt guilty because it was like the thing that Netflix had, you know, it's like still watching. It was like that vibe where they're like, well, we're going to sign you out because you can't keep watching. And I was like, I am consistently watching TV all day today.
Yes.
Okay, I was like 8 hours
Yeah.
at least. I was like, so don't sign me out anymore.
Yeah, I've got an ounce of Kind Buds in my lap,
Set
and this shit's
forever.
getting watched.
Were you ever on Friends?
Was I on Friends?
Yeah, like May was.
No, I know. I was like, what a crazy statement. But I was like, yeah, no, May was. I don't even think it was still on air when it started.
2004.
Maybe.
99, Jag.
Oh.
Could have happened.
See, that's why I had to ask. Also, HBO Max Friends.
Oh, do you know that she was on fucking Ron Mars?
Yes, with Michael Cera.
I saw that
Wait,
today, and I'm like,
what?
when?
Which episode?
I get raped. And I had a bald cap.
Was it season
Oh,
3?
fuck, you have cancer.
No, the guy rapes me and shaves
Shaves
my
the
head.
head. Oh my god, that was
Yes.
his thing.
I remember the bald cap
Ew,
because it was
I
like
hated that.
It was like a bald cap but with a hair coming through. And I remember the hairdresser being like, "Never shave your head." And I was like, "What?" Like he was like saying like the shape of my head was weird. I was like, "Okay." And like Michael was in the same episode, which was like I guess the writers being like, "Yeah, it's funny."
Wink, wink.
But yeah, but his bit was like a nice scene with Kristen where they're like talking, whatever. And then I was like, I get
Connecting.
raped.
Oh my god.
I had to make out with someone and I had my head get shaved. Like, at least it was fake, but like the fake bald cap. I was like, I'm going through a lot in this episode.
That season was intense. Kristen almost got raped.
Kristen always talks about this. She was like roofied like a couple dozen times in 3 years on that show. Like she could not trust a glass anywhere near her.
I do remember like there's so many scenes of like kissing when you're
Yeah.
like 15, 16. Because me and Michael used to have to do all these kissing scenes, and every day we'd have to do it. We wouldn't talk. And we were like best friends. But the day we had a kissing scene, we wouldn't talk all day. And then we'd do the scene, and then afterwards we're like, okay, anyways. And we like get back to it. But on that episode of Veronica Mars, I had to kiss this guy who was like an actor. He was very sweet, but he was older than me.
How old were you?
I was like 16 maybe, and he was like 19. It was like nerve-wracking for me. And like the idea is we have to show the opening moment before I get raped. So it's like a kiss and a tumble, and I'm like wearing a mini skirt. I just remember being like, oh, please, God. Like I was such a virgin. I was like a late bloomer. So I was just like, I'm so scared. Like I was really nervous about it. But Kristen was so cool. I remember she used to have hot water with lemon, which I thought was like so chic.
That was before I got her hooked on caffeine and nicotine. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
I
very
fucked her up
healthy.
good. Yeah. Yeah. That didn't last. Well, what's funny is when we first started dating, she had already done that show.
Right.
And again, like the Arnett thing where I was like, I owe it to him to watch Arrested Development. I was like, I'm going to have to watch that fucking teenage sleuth show she's on.
Right. No, but it's really well written.
Oh my God. We were shooting another movie in New York and I said, okay, now's the time for me to watch this show. Literally to get through this show was
So
what
fun
I thought.
though when you start dating someone and then you have this whole show to watch of her. Like
Yes.
how cool.
Well, then, like, so I got to episode 3 and I was in the bedroom. Obviously, she's not watching it with me. And she comes in and she's like, so we can meet so-and-so at the spotted pig. And I go, shut the fuck up. Ron is about to like blow this shit. Like I was like I was watching Sopranos. I love that show.
That's so awesome.
Mixed messages.
Mixed messages.
That's right.
You think it's one way. That's right.
Flip that shit 180. Well, Alia, adore you. Admire your work style, your tone, your flow.
Your skincare.
Your freckles. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys.
All right. I love you. This
Yeah.
was really fun. I'm
This
glad.
was
It's
super
a
fun.
good first podcast experience.
Great first podcast.
Okay, good,
I
good,
could
good,
do this
good.
forever.
Okay, great. That's how we feel. Well, for anyone who wanted to cast Alia and I in the same thing, maybe in this K's commercial, like make it far away if you want us to be on time.
Begins with K.
Hey. All right. Adore you.
You too. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on Auto Trader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on Auto Trader. Really. This episode is supported by Helix.
So I've had my Helix mattress for a few years now, and I still love it just as much as the first night. That says a lot because a good night's sleep is very important to me.
Sleep is everything. And what's great about Helix is that it's not a guessing game with finding the right mattress because they have over 20 models, so you can find the one that actually fits how you sleep. And with that summer heat upon us, Helix has cooling upgrades that can get you the best rest even on hot nights.
I have a Helix Midnight Luxe mattress. I really like the level of firmness it has, but that might not be right for you. They have so many options, and you just go take the quiz, and it is perfectly matched for your needs, which is incredible. I also highly, highly recommend the cooling upgrade, especially in the summer. It makes your sleep so much better. If you're still tossing and turning on a mattress that's not working for you, just trust us on this one.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off site-wide. helixsleep.com/armchair.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, HP, for supporting this episode. Parents, you've got enough on your back to school list right now. Ink cartridges do not need to be on it. They just don't. The HP Smart Tank printer uses a refillable ink tank and comes with up to 3 years of ink included. It's the last printer you'll ever need. To learn more, search HP Smart Tank. We get support from Skims. Oh man, do I love Skims. I've been living in the Skims lightweight cotton collection all summer, and I have to tell you, getting dressed has become so easy. I just throw it on. It just feels right immediately, whether I'm grabbing coffee or I'm on the couch all day or I'm out, even going to dinner. The cotton is so lightweight and breathable, which in this heat is a non-negotiable. The cotton jersey t-shirt, I just need everyone to know about this one. This one hugs in all the right places. It's very soft and it still looks and fits the same after months of washing, which is very hard to do, I feel, with t-shirts. I've been wearing the black cotton jersey t-shirt with basically everything all summer long. It goes great with any patterned skirt or shorts or pants. I mean, anything, truly. I believe that's probably my favorite piece from the cotton collection, but they also have great lightweight cotton thongs that are so comfortable and they're cute. That is a very, very hard mix to achieve, especially with undergarments. I feel if you can find some that are cute, but also comfortable and do the job, that is a win. And Skims has really, really figured that out with the lightweight cotton collection. Shop Skims Cotton and all of my favorite pieces at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select Armchair Expert in the drop-down menu that follows.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman. What is this ring?
I bought this ring.
Tell me about that ring.
It's from Fox and Bond,
Okay.
which is a jeweler.
Okay. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And it sparkled like crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't think I notice jewelries.
It has diamonds in it.
Oh my God, they're a girl's best friend.
Uh-huh.
Wow, it's really elegant.
Thank you. It's vintage.
It is. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, Callie's friend Sunny, she owns this company with somebody else. And, you know, Callie's getting married. And
Yeah,
so
congratulations.
Congratulations.
The best thigh won.
That's right. So she brought jewelry for Callie to try on. And then while that happened, I asked for some pieces to try on too.
Sure, of course. It was a shopping situation.
I
Yeah.
also got these earrings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. You're ready to go back to India.
I know.
Yeah. You just need some more gold.
Well, I used to be scared about too much jewelry because I didn't want to be so Indian.
Yeah.
But I'm over that now.
Right. No, it's time.
Yeah.
The time is now. So, speaking of your Indian heritage, I had posted a picture of myself in my Shelter punk rock shirt.
Yeah.
Which Bob had found for me, which is great because my very favorite piece of merch ever from my punk rock days was this Shelter merchandise, which was a Hare Krishna punk rock band. Their music, I was just whatever. That's not what I liked about them. Their merch was the best.
Yeah.
And so I post that picture. And then Neil hit me right away.
He did.
Yeah, he's like, damn, what is that? Like he was on fire for it.
Of course he was.
And then when he learned that it was a Hare Krishna punk rock band, then he was really lit for it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he DM you?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I follow
Oh my
him.
God, you've been chatting with my brother?
Of course.
Wow.
I've been following him for some time, years. So he's fired up. So good Christmas gift for you or
That's
birthday
a good
gift.
idea. I didn't get him a birthday gift,
Yeah.
but I got him a really nice Christmas gift, and then his birthday is really soon after.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that you can give me ideas for my brother now.
Well, it's the least I can do to repay you for your phenomenal
Gift guide.
Christmas giving guide. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
You need to
again.
brand it better, though. Not to be critical.
That's fine. I'll
But like,
take
what did I
notes.
just say? Your Christmas guide.
Yeah.
No, you need like a nice catchy thing,
Okay.
right?
Maybe you can help me with that part.
Yeah. Monochristmas.
Oh.
Monochristmas guide. Make it
Okay.
one word, compounded.
Okay.
Yep. Monochristmas guide.
I don't hate that.
It probably will look confusing written out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see next year. We'll see at Christmas
We'll
time.
see in 10 months. Tell me about your sleep last night. That doesn't sound like it's going to be a good report, a good update.
It wasn't very good.
I know.
That's it.
I'm reticent to acknowledge that mine wasn't either. But boy, was I up and down, up and down. The weirdest dreams. I mean, this is so reoccurring. I constantly am supposed to be flying somewhere, and I don't know how to get there. And time is running out, and my phone is broken. Yeah, compounded with I also was working for shows and shoots again. So it's
Oh,
like I had
wow.
to fly to a city to wash cars. And then the other thing was happening was, and this is like a vestigial showbiz anxiety thing. It was like I ran into an executive. It was a female executive. I think she was reminding me very much of Sue Kroll, who was an executive at Warner Brothers. I liked her a lot. And so this person was very Sue Kroll-esque. And then she was saying that she liked my show. And then I realized yeah, that's right. I make a show at that studio. And then I remembered and it was canceled. That's like, and then I found myself like trying to explain to her why I thought it didn't work out. I guess this is just a Chip's failure dream, but now it transitioned into I was on a show. Part of it is I think I have had many thoughts about show business over the last year.
Yeah.
And one of them was, and I voiced it, the thing that like excited me about show business is that you could be in Happy Gilmore or you name the comedy, and you'd repeat it for years. Everyone would have learned all the funny jokes. And
Yeah.
that's how movies were when I grew up. So like you
Yeah.
could be in something that somehow was like indelible, is that the word? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. And because movies aren't a thing anymore, you're like, oh, well, okay, so that thing's gone. And then it kind of transitioned, well, maybe you could be in Breaking Bad. Like, that would be equally as exciting and memorable. And
Yeah.
you know. But the downside of how much amazing television we have is they kind of get forgettable. Like, I don't think anyone's going to go watch Breaking Bad, really. There's so many fucking good options.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even keep up with the shows I love. And then I just thought, well, then I guess then it's just a job, which maybe it should have always been just a job. I don't know. Just something weird has become obscured by the way the business has evolved.
Interesting. Right. I guess it's hard for something to be iconic anymore.
Because of the volume, I think.
Yes. It's just changing your mindset of not needing to be in something iconic, just being in something you like or that's enjoyable to do.
Ultimately, it's probably healthy, right? Because it's only
Yeah.
about like, oh, I want to go work with those people and have fun doing that thing. But it just something's evolved or
Yeah.
changed. Or maybe I just got older. I don't know.
I don't
It's
know
curious. Because people are still making movies, and I would prefer to see a TV show. Like if I like something, I want to watch 10 of it or ideally 100 of it.
Yeah, me too. Or you could just watch the same movie over and over again.
Right.
That's also an option.
Right. Moneyball.
Yeah.
I saw him walking yesterday.
Here?
Yesterday?
Yeah, by the Bourgeoisie Pig.
Oh.
Oh, wow. I've heard he's been at mess hall.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I know. It's exciting.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
So I have some updates.
Okay. Hit me with some uppies.
One is I started making a lasagna a couple nights ago, way too late.
At night.
Yeah, like I started it at 7.
That's too late.
I didn't really think it would be that much too late, but then it wasn't ready to go into my mouth until 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to cook it. It does a twice cook.
Oh, it does.
First cook with aluminum foil. Then you remove the
Oh,
foil.
and get that crisp on top.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So it was like an hour, a little over an hour to cook, and then you have to let it rest.
Of course, to firm up.
Congeal.
Right. It'll be soup if you cut in too early.
Exactly.
What temp were you cooking it at? 350?
No, 425.
Oh my God, you're blasting it for an hour?
I know. I think that was a mistake.
Okay. Was it a little dry?
No, it was
moist.
so good. But the top got a little too cooked.
Well, it became a Cheez-It?
A little bit.
Little bit.
But it was delicious. It was my chef's recipe. And God, was it good. I ate it at 10. And then I ate it again last night.
Ooh, man. I wish I was eating gluten right now.
I know. I would have brought you some.
Oof. I love a lasagna. My mom rarely broke the lasagna out because, as you say, it's a fucking pain. First, you got to make a full batch of spaghetti.
Exactly. You got to make a whole sauce.
Yeah, and then you got to cook the noodles and the
Yep.
whole nine, and then you got to build your layers.
That's right.
Yeah.
And make the cheese mixture.
Uh-huh.
The noodles are a thing because when I watched my video, she has a technique because you don't want those noodles to stick. That's
Right.
hell on earth for lasagna. So you have to cook in batches. So that already takes some time.
Yeah.
And then she oils a baking sheet and then, puts the noodles so that they don't stick. And then some more oil so that you can stack them, put room for the other. So anyway, it's just, I learned some new techniques.
But it turned out great.
It turned out great. The good news is I had a week's worth of dishes to do.
Oh, great.
So I did that during the
out
cook.
of your boredom. Yeah. I love to clean while I'm cooking, as you know.
I know you do a good job of cleaning as you go. I have not mastered that. I don't know how to do that. I just, because I feel busy the whole time.
Right. Yeah. I love it. Because as you know, if I can sit down to have this thing and there's no homework, it tastes better to me.
Of course.
Yeah.
I understand. Anyway, that's an update.
That's a big time update.
Lasagna,
Yeah.
10 p.m. lasagna.
I was expecting, though, just to be honest, some kind of twist in your Seinfeld
shit.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you
I don't want to
ordered.
invent a twist.
Well,
so
I know.
I'm just going to have to own it.
I appreciate your honesty, but I thought, certainly you did an Instacart or some delivery thing and you didn't have that. So then you had to work with this and then it showed up and then you tried to take it out. One of these kind of.
Wow. Yeah. That would have been a better story.
Well, just that would have been a Monica story for sure.
Well, I guess the twist is that it was 10.
Right.
And
And
it
that's
took
not
too long.
ideally when you want to pound a ton of lasagna.
No, but I did.
Did you sleep like a king that night? Mm-hmm. Oh, see?
It was nice. And then I had something else I wanted to update. I was just thinking about it on my walk. I walked here.
Your wog.
Something interesting happened yesterday. First of all, my coffee line,
Yeah.
the incredibly sweet woman who was working was the same woman who was working when I
Tried to buy the person behind you.
Yes, when I did do that, but clumsily.
Yeah.
And so then she took care of my coffee.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It was like, one of those loops.
Yeah,
Pay it forward.
Right, but it's like pay it reverse.
Yeah.
Because no one had given you anything, but you paid it forward. You started it is what happened.
Yeah.
And then you got reverse backed.
I got reversed.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
sexy.
Reversed backed.
I think every woman would love it, a good reverse backing. I don't even know what it means, but doesn't it sound hot?
It does.
We were in the fucking van, reverse back, and a knock at the window. Oh, shit, and the cops were there. Fuck, in the middle of a reverse back?
Oh.
Did you finish? Of course. It
was a reverse
back.
Yeah, so that was nice.
Yeah, big time.
But then I was driving and I was at a red. I was turning right on red, but there was a no turn right on red sign. So I
With specified times or just straight up no
straight
turn?
up. It was at Sunset Junction.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah. It's a mess over there.
Over by Intelligentsia. Yeah. I got triggered. I thought you were talking about Sunset Glitter Gulch.
Never.
The fucking
I
dump.
wouldn't talk about that in front of you.
Thank
It's like
you.
H&R
Plywood
Block.
monstrosity in the middle of the highest valued real estate in the world. I'm sorry.
No.
You were over at
sorry.
Sunset Junction.
Yes, and I was at a no turn right. So I was waiting for it to turn green. And then there was somebody behind me and they were honking like crazy, telling me to go. And I was getting anxious. Like it was getting really aggressive.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I just go? But then I was like, no, I can't go. And then I looked over and this man standing on the sidewalk with his dog whipped over to the people and was like pointing at the sign and like screaming at them.
Me.
Yes, it was. I had such a weird feeling of like intense gratitude for that person.
You were defended.
That was the big takeaways. I was like, I think I underestimate how much I want that. And feel like I need that because I'm also like, I'm a strong woman and I don't need defending and I can do it on my own and blah, blah, blah. But then
When someone takes care of you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I
Well,
want to be protected.
So all I would say is like, you're not a strong woman if you're not flipping people off behind you.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a defense mechanism to have up of like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We are supported by HP. If you're a parent or you know one, like I do, or you can help take care of kids, you already know what August feels like. It's not summer anymore. It's the pregame. The supplies list, the forms, the we need this printed by tomorrow texts that come in at 9 p.m. And I say this as someone who's been on the receiving end of those texts in a former life. You're ready to help, and then the printer says no, out of ink, blinking at you, useless. It's such a small thing, but it will absolutely derail your night. So when I heard about the HP Smart Tank printer from HP, America's most trusted printer brand, I thought this is the kind of thing that actually makes life easier, not in a big flashy way, in a one less crisis way. Instead of those little cartridges that run out the second you need them, the HP Smart Tank uses refillable ink tanks, and it comes with up to 3 years of ink included. 3 years. That's 3 back-to-school seasons without the cartridge panic. HP can't fill out the forms for you, but they can make sure the printer is never the reason you're up past midnight. Search HP Smart Tank.
And what was the driver's reaction?
He stopped honking.
He stopped
and then it
honking,
turned. Like it all kind of
and it turned.
It turned green, so then it all was fine. But
That was a good one to throw at me because I turn right on red on those things. If there's no fucking cars,
yeah.
I kind of start with this premise that all these rules are here to keep everyone safe. And I respect that.
Yeah.
They're great rules to keep people safe. But they're also designed for when there's traffic.
Yeah.
If it is 3 a.m. and you are the only car out on the planet, I can't abide by it. The premise of this no longer exists.
Yeah.
So here I go.
Yeah.
It's not right, but
That's fine.
that's how I do it. I'm like, well, I just remind myself what the point of it is.
Yeah.
And I agree with the point of it in a certain situation, and I don't in other times. And I've somehow authorized myself to make
Yeah.
that assessment.
But you also feel confident in that role, like in your
Judging
car.
when cars, yes,
Exactly.
yeah.
And not
Yeah.
everyone does. And I don't. I'm just going to follow it
Yeah.
in case there's a car going to come from a random place that I don't expect or know.
Right. No, look,
Yeah.
no one should honk at you. I don't honk at, I do honk occasionally when it's a no turn on right on red, but there are times. Mm-hmm. This is a very common one to get on the 101 off of Coldwater, right? Mm-hmm. It's a no turn on red, but only between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. or whatever it is, and 4 till 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
The busy times.
Yeah.
Again, because the point of it is to keep things safe.
Yeah.
So I'll give someone a toot toot if it's 8 p.m. and they're not doing that right on red. Maybe I shouldn't, because maybe it's you and you're just like, I'm feel safer if I wait till the light turns green.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But I wasn't wrong. Like you're saying that person would be actually kind of wrong because they should be going at that time.
But additionally, just because you can turn right on red doesn't mean you're
You have
obligated
to.
to.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm wrong in many ways all at the same time.
I guess. Yeah, I just was appreciative of that person.
Yeah, I am too. What did the person look like?
He had a dog. It made me love dogs.
Sure.
Now I love dogs. He had longish hair. That's all I remember.
An artist.
Maybe.
A noble artist.
Perhaps.
Yeah, because what happens to me, again, and this is that attribution error syndrome, is if I were sitting at a no turn on red that had times and I didn't go, it'd be because I was lost in my phone.
Right.
There's just no way I would not. I don't like sitting when I can be moving,
Yeah,
right?
sure,
so
sure.
I think my like impulse knee jerk is they're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
I don't think, no, they know, but they're just nervous. If I knew that, I wouldn't
Of course.
pressure them. But I guess I should assume that's the case.
Give the
Although so
benefit
many
of the
people are
doubt.
on their goddamn
They are.
phone.
They are. Yeah.
Okay. Alia.
Yes, Alia. Did you have any updates before we do that? Any housekeeping?
I mean, I'm compelled to talk about Ukraine, but I'm also
I
compelled
know.
not to. Because we don't really know what's going to happen. And if I say something that, if something crazier happens in the next couple of days before this airs,
Yeah.
I don't want to be insensitive.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to know. It's like, are we insensitive if we don't talk about it? Are we insensitive if
And
we
I
do?
don't want to add to the fear, but also I need people to understand the context of World War II, which is, in a nutshell, the entire reason Hitler did what he did was that he was a soldier in World War I, and Germany surrendered, and he did not think, as many Germans did not think they needed to. They thought they could have won that war. They thought the surrender was premature. He felt very shamed by that, and that the whole country had been shamed by it. And the result of which was the Treaty of Versailles, which broke up the empire into all these different places. And then he got power with the sole goal of, quote, reuniting the ethnic Germans that were stuck in the Suderland. So he invaded the Suderland, and then the whole world went, well, yeah, I can see they're all Germans and they should all be in one country. So that is very similar. So,
Yeah.
so Vladimir Putin was a KGB agent in Germany when the wall fell. If anyone believed in the Soviet dream, it was him.
Right.
He feels embarrassed that empire broke up, and he's trying to reassemble it. I'll go further. Hitler knew there was only one way out for him. Victory, total victory. There'd be no negotiated surrender where he somehow wouldn't be killed or put in prison for the rest of his life. Almost every single ruler of Russia, when they step out of power, goes to prison. So he can't leave office.
I know.
You know what a fucking dangerous scenario that is?
Exactly.
He knows he can't leave office. So he has to stay in power. And so for him, and this is what's terrifying about it, the options are all or nothing for him.
Yeah.
He has nothing to lose in a way, which is a terrifying proposition. No, I'm not advocating for us going and getting boots on the ground. I don't know. We need to point out that like you would never think a Hitler could happen again.
Right.
And literally all the exact same steps are currently happening in front of us.
Yeah, it's really scary.
It is.
And it's so sad.
And we would definitely have to act quicker than we did in World War II.
Yeah.
Which is also a fucking bummer that in 2022, this is the option still on
World
the table.
War III.
And I don't know how you navigate that with mutually
All
assured
the
annihilation.
current stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really scary.
it is. I think we're all just kind of ignoring it because we're war torn.
Yeah.
We've been in Afghanistan for 23 years or whatever it's
Yeah.
been, and people are just, rightly so, don't want this to be the solution to problems anymore. I don't.
Exactly.
But you got these bad actors that kind of force you to yell at the guy honking.
You know,
Hit me.
in my prayer, my
Uh-huh.
couplet,
Yeah. My couplet.
bombs or anything scary.
Uh-huh.
And this would be something scary.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to flag as well, because in these situations because we're fearful, I am prone, and I think a lot of people are prone to build the worst case scenario. And if you read the headlines, like I woke up this morning, it was like bombing in Kiev.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. And I looked, and again, who knows how this ages, as I'm nervous about it, but that headline was a little incomplete. I'm not downplaying the tragedy there. Just like if you only read the headlines. And so it's bad.
Yeah.
But also it's our obligation to make sure that we are not being sold a reaction.
Right, for sure.
So it's hard to fucking know.
Yeah.
The only really encouraging thing, and I pray that this is what kind of happens is, and again, I don't know whether I should trust the article I read yesterday, but it seems that the reaction among Russian citizens, it's not good.
That's good.
They're not fired up like when they took over Crimea. This seems like they don't fucking want Russia to be the pariah of the world.
They've had like mass protests there, but they're also arresting them,
Yeah.
I know.
which is scary too.
It is. In 2022, how do we fix it? Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right.
Well, when Alia came, she didn't know that she was going to be involved in
Ensnared in this terrible
a
moment.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not very many facts. The boots, her
Yeah.
amazing shoes.
Right.
Chloe, the brand, love them.
Yeah. Chloe by Chloe.
I have some Chloe boots.
Do you have Chloe by Chloe?
No,
Oh.
I just have regular Chloe. Actually, that is funny. They do have like a
Side project?
another
Yeah.
whatever called C by Chloe.
Uh-huh. Is it less expensive?
Yes,
Right, because this is what they do. Like Armani had like Armani Exchange.
right, exactly. A little bit more affordable.
Do you want to talk about the Olsen?
Oh, of
Women?
course. Yes, I'll talk about them in 1 second.
Okay.
Chloe, I'm pretty sure the snake was a print.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a snake.
Apparently, snake skin is problematic because often they peel their skin off while they're alive. I don't know how that could be.
Why would they do that?
That's what was told me by someone who loves animals.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I believe them. And so, yeah, it seems that the Chloe shoes are print.
Okay, that's helpful.
We think.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the Olsen twins.
Okay.
Okay. I love them.
Me too.
And I want to have all their clothes.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong?
I was just curious if it was public record at all.
Oh, it's public.
Until I'd stared at that, I wasn't sure if it was or not.
Say it.
Yeah, so I dated Ashley Olsen, and
Yes.
she's just the most wonderful person. She's fantastic. And what I like so much when you update me about the row
Their clothing
is that
line.
when we were dating, it was when she was putting kind of all of her energy and focus into launching that in a big way. So I actually got to see her like meet with design teams and like run her shit. And she handles her bee.
Yeah,
and it's
she
very
does.
impressive.
I think they're so awesome. Moguls, but also like under the radar.
So under the radar.
I love them.
They're sarcastic.
Are they? See, I don't.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think you asked me, like, that's a weird pairing for, when you first found that out.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I would imagine on the surface that's a pretty weird pairing, but just super funny and sarcastic and intelligent and, yeah,
And bosses.
fucking major bosses.
I want to know them. I had a dream once. I forget if I talked about it on this show. I had a dream that we were at some party or something and they were there and they were their young version of themselves.
Okay, the babies or?
Not babies, but like teens kind of.
Yeah.
Because, I am their age and I have been following them since Full House. Full House was my first TV obsession.
Yeah.
So, you got it, dude. That was me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what they said?
Yeah, that was our catchphrase.
I luckily never saw that show because it would I probably would have not been able to be attracted to
'Cause
Ashley
you-
if I knew her as a baby.
Yeah, or you would have felt like you knew her whole life. And
I don't know if that would have been healthy either.
Okay.
Yeah. I just saw her at a party and I was kind of thunderstruck with the beauty.
but she was there as a teen, and I was so excited to meet her. And then you took her into a different room, and I didn't get to meet her.
Oh
and
my- oh God.
She gave you some special gems
Oh.
that meant something from your relationship.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, well, I really wanted to talk to them and hang and become best friends.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't able to do that
Yeah,
in
I'm
my
s-
dream.
I'm sorry.
And then you had special gems.
Oh.
And I wanted special gems.
I didn't give them to you? I don't want gems.
I woke up. Maybe
Oh.
you gave them to me after.
I would have.
But I'm sure it's all to say, I just want all their clothes. I mean, I love the row so much. The skirt I wore to the live show was the row.
Ah, yeah. Oh, I'm going to add one little tidbit about this is making a case for how cool Ashley is. You got to be a car person to dig this. When I met her, a favorite car of mine, which nobody would get, was the Cadillac DeVille DTS. It's like a businessman's fucking Tony Soprano luxury sedan.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know how it came up because she also had a fucking G-Wagon AMG.
Oh, she did. Wow.
That was the first time I drove
What
one.
color?
Black on black on black.
Yeah.
That's a tough, cool.
It
and this
is.
was 16 years ago, 15 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she said, I have another car. And I said, what do you have? And she goes, oh, I have a black DTS. I promise you that's the
cool.
only DTS that was ever sold to a woman in her 20s in the history of the Cadillac DTS.
Did she say why? Like,
She just loved it.
wow.
And I was like, this is a very unique.
Yeah. And you said she's good at Scrabble.
Yep.
I bet she gets the Wordle on the second one.
It's possible. Yeah. I wouldn't mind reconnecting with her to find out if she still has that DTS because it probably only has like 9,000 miles on it. And I'd love to scoop that thing up for 3,500.
Do you think she'd appreciate this ring?
All the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want her approval really bad.
You're going to get it. You have incredible style. And she would see that from a mile away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, we were talking about the fact that what's unique about the Row and what's so cool is that they started their clothing endeavor at Walmart. They have the opposite trajectory of most companies.
Yeah.
In fact, ding, 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 we were talking about the lower end version of Chloe and AX Exchange.
Oh, wow. Ding, ding. Yeah.
So generally, like you build a brand, it's awesome, and then you got to figure out a tasteful way to get it into Costco or Walmart or something so that
Exactly.
you can make the real money.
Yes.
And so they started there.
Yeah.
So that's a big hole to climb out of if you want to be a respected designer.
Big
And by
time.
fucking God, they did it.
They did it. Yeah. They had that Walmart. Was it
Uh-huh.
Walmart?
Yeah,
I
they
can't-
had a big line of many things
Yes.
at Walmart. That's what built the empire.
Right. I mean, also because they had multiple shows and then they had those videos.
Yeah. And
I
they
love
went
them.
on, they had cruises. You could go on the cruises
Oh my
with them.
God.
It was a lifestyle brand.
Big time. Like kind of one of the first.
Yes.
Bring her out.
I would die
Ashley.
if we had her on. I would love to have her on.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Ugh.
That would be fun.
Just putting it out there in the world that I want all her clothes.
Yeah.
And she's great at Scrabble.
Oh, by the way, the originator of
cars.
round features. When we've argued about round features, I generally will send you a photo of her.
Yes, and I disagree.
Yeah, you do, but you know, here we are.
Yeah. You see round features when you see her.
Well, I was bringing it back to Alia.
Oh.
Round
Ding,
features.
ding, ding. You think Alia has round features?
Yeah, big round eyes,
Yeah.
big round mouth. Round features. Super beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, I said in there that I don't see her freckles. I said something like that.
Yeah.
And that made me sound stupid.
Right. I mean, I agree that I can see where you're.
Yes.
Yeah. Because obviously you can see her freckles.
Right, but I was being serious. Like, I stopped seeing.
That's what I was going to say. I think what you meant is you just see Alia. You know her face.
Yeah.
And you see the entire thing. You don't ever zero in.
Pinpointing.
Yes. We only do that to our own faces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is correct.
Okay. John Early, big star of Search Party.
Yeah.
He's also on the new show, The After Party, the one that Ben is. I mean, everyone's in it.
Oh,
Sam
this is the thing
Richardson,
that I
Ben.
saw advertised a bunch, maybe even on the Super Bowl.
I want to watch it.
It's like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the guys. It's the
Oh, it's Last Man Standing, Lego, Lord and Miller. Lord and Miller.
So cool.
How could I forget the Lord's name? It demonstrates what a heathen I am.
Yeah. So that show looks good, and he's in it.
Great. Was there any Alia stuff?
No, just
the boots. Okay, great. Well, I really enjoyed hearing your story.
Me too. The strip club.
Yeah, the sum up was that's maybe the most unique backstory of an actor we've
Yes.
talked to.
When she was explaining her life, and when we were hearing it, it had this movie quality to it.
It has a richness, a patina.
It does.
Yeah, it's cinematic. I can see all the things.
Me too. And it's
colorful.
Palm Springs. It's like dry.
Meth, it's strip
Yeah.
clubs. It's coming to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I like it.
She was awesome.
All right. Well, I love you. Ashley, if I know you don't listen, but if one of your friends listens, please.
Please send me some.
Oh, I thought we wanted to interview her.
And please come on the podcast.
Okay, first.
But bring clothes with you. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. No, I mean, I want us to interview her so bad.
Right. And if she brought clothes, great.
Like
Icing on
that's
the-
like extra cherry on top, armchair on top.
Pay it reverse. Pay in reverse. Reverse back.
Reverse back.
Oh, fuck. God damn. Love you.
Love you.
We are supported by Allstate. Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. Not checking your gas gauge before hitting the road? You genuinely thought you could make it? You were wrong. That's a very long stretch of highway where you learned exactly how far fumes can take you. And it's not far enough. Yeah, checking first is an excellent plan. So check Allstate first for an auto quote. It could save you hundreds. And for fast, reliable help when you need it, add an Allstate roadside plan today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary. Insurance and roadside assistance plans are subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Insurance provided by Allstate North American Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois. Roadside assistance plans provided by Allstate Motor Club, Incorporated, an Allstate affiliate.